Hey, what's going on out there, Spotlight Faithful? It's your main man, Tommy, on the spot. Maybe move that box out of the way. What is going on? It is a pretty gloom and doom Tuesday morning here on the BQE. I hope all is well with each and every one of you. Wants to jump on here and talk to you guys about Monday Night Raw. Before I do, though, let me go through what the week schedule looks like for the Wrestling Drive, because we're going to have a little bit of an odd Wrestling Drive week this week based upon the fact that this weekend, on Friday morning, I'll be heading out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll be there for a wedding on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'll be coming back Monday night. So I'll have a little bit to catch up on. Unless we do bring a little Roku box with us, I'll be able to catch the Extreme Rules pay-per-view late at night on Sunday. If not, it looks like I'll have to do that at some point, either traveling or some point on Monday. But we will get you all caught up. But before I leave, today we're going to be talking about last night's Monday Night Raw. Tomorrow we'll do a little SmackDown, unless anything else were to come up, obviously. And then on Thursday, we'll come back with your Extreme Rules preview. So I'm going to try to avoid talking about Extreme Rules in depth this today, because of the fact that once we get the finalized card, we'll be able to kind of break everything down. But I thought last night's Raw did pretty well with that. Love a Memorial Day Raw. Love a Monday Night Raw that comes on a summery type of Monday. And obviously in New York City yesterday, we didn't have the greatest of weather, but I thought, having that Memorial Day and then ending with a Monday Night Raw is awesome. And tell me anything, ask me any of my favorite Monday Night Raw Memorial Day memories. I couldn't tell you, but just having it there is something cool. Having the family yesterday all together to have a little barbecue ski, and then get together and gather around the TV after, even for just an hour and a half or so, and watch Raw and kind of have it on in the background as we all talked and caught up and had some good times and great memories, if you will. Was great, and it's always fun to have that. I think that it's and I will say that the live crowd, specifically in the beginning of the show when it first started, was really amped yesterday. That crowd from South Carolina, and I thought they almost came across the same way that I did watching it at home, which was, we're here to watch a show. We're super stoked for it. We've had a great Memorial Day weekend. Let's go out with a bang and watch some WWE wrestling, and that's how I thought it came across. And I thought it was a really good show, actually, if I'm being completely honest. I thought obviously the stuff on the top with the Memorial Day package, always class from WWE. They've done a lot for the troops and have been really involved with them. Obviously they take that stuff to heart and real seriously, and who better than to do the voiceover than Mr. WWE, Mr. Kind of USA, if you will, John Cena. Good to have him back doing that. He does a really good job when it comes to that stuff, and obviously class out of WWE. As for yesterday's show, when we were first getting into that show, and we heard there was going to be your two major main event matches with the five guys who are in the event, I turned to Deej, Aries' brother, and I said, we'll probably get some sort of finish in the three-way, but I guarantee you Roman and Seth won't have a finish. Instead, you'll probably have a big schmazaroo. Probably have all four of the guys kind of go through from there. Apologize for the kind of wonky camera display. I said, in my opinion, you have three guys run out, have a big interference, big schmaz finish, everyone's going at it. What's going to happen this Sunday at Extreme Rules off the air? But that's not what happened. Instead, we had two real good pay-per-view quality main events between, first with Samoa Joe, with Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt, who I thought were great, and it was cool to see Samoa Joe get the win there. Pretty clean. I mean, in the three-way, it wasn't like anyone interfered. And then, obviously, the main event, I was stunned to see such a straight-up match between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I had forgotten all about the Extreme Rules match, the Money in the Bank match from last year, I think it was. I had forgotten all about that based upon the fact that Dean Ambrose cashes in and wins the title. So that's really all I remembered about that match. So for me, I was like, this is the first time they're going to have a match. I think it was only the second, and I might be wrong there, but this was really only the second Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match. So to see them get so much time, to see them have a main event, pay-per-view main event style match on Raw, on a Memorial Day Raw, was interesting, and I thought it was cool. It was a really good match, and I mean, Roman Reigns gets the win there. I don't expect that he's going to be getting the win on Sunday based upon the fact that he's gotten the clean wins back-to-back weeks. I think pretty much since this entire inception has kind of come across from the beginning of this whole five-way, Roman Reigns has been on quite a roll. So I don't expect, if you look at classic WWE booking, I don't expect that he'll get the win. But again, I'll hold off on my predictions until Thursday. Another real interesting piece about Raw yesterday is this whole whodunit. I love a good whodunit. It's one of my favorite things ever in WWE. Whether it be, the Millennium Countdown for Chris Jericho, the big, I remember there was a time once, one of my favorite whodunits was, I believe someone called the police or something on Triple H, and it ended up being Test. And it was like Test was getting his big revenge for Triple H taking Stephanie McMahon like years later out of nowhere. And I thought it was really, really cool. And now we have the whodunit of who attacked Enzo Amore, and all signs are pointing to his best friend, Big Cass. And, whether or not that is revealed remains to be seen. I'd love for, if it's not going to be Big Cass, for it to be somebody completely out of left field. I don't see the point of it being the Revival, other than the fact that the Revival are kind of, snarky type guys, and it certainly could be them. But I think it'd be more fun if it did end up being Cass, or if it ended up being somebody completely out of left field who maybe somewhere down the road back in the day Enzo kind of screwed over, and now this guy's coming for his revenge. I think that would be a lot of fun, and it's cool to kind of see that going on. I thought the stuff with Corey Graves kind of hinting at it, and then Cass getting up in his face was interesting, considering that Corey Graves, when the brand split first happened, he mentioned that he thought Enzo was holding Cass back. And it seems like maybe they're trying to do something with Corey Graves more so than just being an announcer, because they also had the deal yesterday where he got the text message about Angle, some sort of message that he got about Kurt Angle, that he went back to Kurt Angle and told him, hey, he's just trying to help out. Kind of like a Just Joe type of vibe, if you guys remember him. But we've talked about Test and we've talked about Just Joe this morning on the Wrestling Drive. So it's been a random edition of this little vlog, but I thought that definitely keep an eye on where they go with Corey Graves here. Obviously, I don't think that he can wrestle based on his injury history, but who knows? Maybe he can be kind of like Bobby Heenan style character, and it'll be interesting to kind of see if he's just kind of stirring up shit, or if he did get some information about Kurt Angle, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes from there. I think that it's only a matter of time before the old bosses come back to take what's rightfully theirs, that being Triple H and certainly Stephanie McMahon. So maybe as we gear towards SummerSlam, that's something we could look into and kind of look forward to, but we'll monitor it. That's going to do it for me for this morning, guys. What did you think about last night's WWE Raw? Do you like having a Raw on Memorial Day? Do you think it takes away from the holiday itself? And how about that Bayley segment? Obviously, folks, we're not too stoked about that one. I also thought it was pretty dreadful. I remember the This Is Your Life Rock with Mick Foley and The Rock, and love those two gals who were involved yesterday, but they've tried to recreate it before. It's hard to do it when you don't have Mick Foley and The Rock. That's a great segment, and I think it should just kind of be left alone. In any event, that's going to do it for me, guys. Take it easy. Hit me up on the Twitter @TommyOnTheSpot, and be sure to follow along on thedailyspotlight.com.